Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the first episode of our brand new podcast starring myself, Shawn Fredericks. I am a local, I wouldn't say local native. I'm from Colorado, and then I'm in the fitness industry currently. And now I'm in San Diego, sunny San Diego. A little bit of background about me. I've been in the military for about 5 years. It was pretty boring. Just kidding. I got to see the world, do a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, that's basically quick wrap about myself. And this is my other co-host.
What's good? Thanks for joining us, guys. We're excited to be here. Thanks for the introduction, Shawn. So yeah, my name's Christian Roddy. I also live here in San Diego, sunny California. Been in the fitness industry for about 8 years, running and managing gyms. That's actually how I met Shawn. We teamed up, kind of like-minded. Definitely excited to be here with you guys. I think before we get in, like, real in-depth on what we do, or like who we are as people, I think it's important to kind of like share why we're doing this. We know you all don't care how much we know until you know how much we care. So we'll get into that a little bit. I thought it was a cool idea to get together with Shawn and also our producer, Jesse. What's up, Jesse? Say hi.
What's up, guys?
We're going to leave that as a mystery. He's a dope dude.
He's a shadow.
Honestly, shout out to him. He brought this all together, and he's honestly super intelligent, man behind the mic. He makes this all go on. But back to what I was saying. When we got together and we wanted to do this, we thought we just wanted to bring a little bit of cool, free information, and whether it's related to fitness, sales, leadership, and management skills, or, just bringing you some enjoyment for the day. This doesn't have to be an entrepreneurial podcast, doesn't have to be a self-growth podcast. This is literally just us kicking it and you guys are hanging out with us. So if you enjoy it or if you learn something from it, we're stoked to have you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like he said, this is not a podcast for you to go and be like, oh, yeah, these guys are entrepreneurs and I need to listen to them day by day. No, you don't have to. Trust me. I don't know as much as you think I may know. But yeah, I mean, just a little bit of background of like what we're going to do on the podcast and like what our actual like goal is basically to just share our thoughts and like learn from our mistakes. So, and just give common ground, I guess, on something like people that wouldn't know, like FHA loans, or if we're talking about starting up a business, or if we're talking about sports, just putting our 2 cents into it and then seeing if you guys like it. I mean, you guys are going to be along for the ride, and then eventually you guys can put your 2 cents in and then start talking from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that we kind of know the why behind the what, I love to kind of kick it back to you, Shawn, and let's hear a little bit about, how you got in the fitness industry. You said you were from Colorado. What ended up bringing you to San Diego? I guess we'll start there. How'd you get from Colorado to here?
Jeez. So that's a long 5 years of being in the Marine Corps. It's like, no. Yeah, definitely leaving Colorado. I joined the military, and then I didn't want to go back to Colorado. I was like, you know what? I love San Diego and I love California. I'm going to stay out here. So I got out of the military. My last duty station was over here. And then I went to school. And then during that time frame, I was like, you know what? Like, I can't just go to school. I'm super bored just going to school. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go get a job. So walked my ass over to 24-Hour Fitness where I was already going to the gym. And yeah, I was like, hey, are you guys applying? I mean, are you guys hiring? And then they're like, yeah, we're hiring for front desk. And I was like, all right, cool. So applied for front desk, and then I didn't get like a call back for like a month. So I kept sweating the sales manager, Jeff, that interviewed me. I'm like, hey, Jeff, like, when am I going to get the job? Like, when am I going to get the job? And meanwhile, I wasn't getting paid from the military, so I was broke. Like, I was stealing groceries from Walmart to like, bro, y'all don't even understand. Like, in order to eat, bro, I was dead ass stealing groceries from Walmart. Like, me and the homie would go and steal groceries and just like meal prep off of that. I won't steal though. And yeah, I ain't have no money from the military because they were messing around with my paycheck and stuff like that. So I definitely needed a job quick. And I was like, hey, Jeff, like, I need a job. Like, it's been a month since you guys brought me on. He's like, yeah, like stuff about, he's like, yeah, labor. We don't have the labor to bring you on. Me being a GM now, like, I understand what he's talking about. I'm like, I get it. Like, we don't have the labor to bring somebody else on, but you really want to bring somebody on. Like, I realistically can't bring you on. But at the time, I'm like, bro, like, if you don't want me to get the job, like, if you don't want me to hire me, just tell me. Like, that's it. Like, just say yes or no. And then, so I thought he was beating around the bush the whole time. So I kept sweating him. And then I finally got the job, worked my way up into 24-hour fitness, and then boom, general manager. So yeah. But yeah, I love the fitness industry. I love helping people out. I love being in that environment just because it's so positive and it's nothing. I feel like there's not a negative day in my, yeah, of course there's like stressful days, but it's not negative. So that's basically it. But yeah, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off that a little bit. So born in California, raised mostly in San Diego County. Right out of high school, playing sports, knew that I wanted to do something in the athletic, like maybe industry, or wanted to help people, and I was really gravitating towards firefighting at that time. So moved from South County to North County, San Diego. Started going to Palomar College, knocked out my EMT, my first responder, fire construction, and really gearing up kind of for paramedic school and then the academy. During that time, I got to pay bills. San Diego is not cheap, as most of you listening who know me and Shawn probably know that by now, but got to pay bills. So I was working overnights at 24-hour fitness because, at the time, heavy into bodybuilding, lifting a lot of weight. That was more kind of like, hey, give me some stability, doing something I enjoy. And then I was waiting tables during the day to get like a little bit of tips and cash while I was going to school. Playing football, I tore my ACL, MCL, and like LCL. All of it. That thing was hanging on. But throughout that process, I really had to just step away from school because the fire academy wasn't an option at that time. Those type of injuries, we were looking at like a 9-month rehab process. I'm not carrying a 150, 180-pound dummy up 3 flights of stairs or doing like a fire hose drag and all that. Like, that's not happening. So, honestly, a little bit of a blessing in disguise, in my opinion, now in hindsight. Because my time, through my clinical ride-alongs and being an EMT, I was showing up to people when they were not in the greatest situation. It's called emergency medicine. So they're having an emergency. And a lot of times, if you're an EMT or paramedic, you're probably not always handing them off at the end of your transfer, things like that, with the problem solved. They're still in a medical emergency. You just prolonged it to get to where you were going. So with that injury, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to be firefighting, but I still want to help people. And, I was working at the gym, so I was like, all right, let me dive deeper into this world. So had that injury, was going through rehab. I didn't love my rehab process. I will definitely get into that another day on the podcast. So wanted to help people through fitness, struggling with their fitness routine, whether it was people getting in the gym, never been to a gym, had an injury, whatever it was. I was like, all right, how can I help people? Do I want to go training or do I want to go sales route? And, I ended up going the sales route because I felt like I could connect with more people on a regular basis. Whereas, personal training, you have a deeper connection with a small group of people. And then kind of was off to the races there. Worked with a bunch of amazing people. Obviously got certified later down the road, but had great mentors, met people like Shawn and Jesse, in the fitness industry. And honestly, I haven't looked back, and it's one of those few industries where you can do well for yourself while doing good for others. That's obviously so where both our backgrounds are, but that's not going to be the bulk of this podcast. But, that might be where we lean heavily is, management of, big box commercial gyms and also fitness. But we're going to be talking about our trials and errors. We're both young adults, and we've made a lot of mistakes, and we're going to help you guys or entertain you guys with them. So I think that was a little bit about us. Jesse, if you want to tag in a little bit on how you started producing podcasts, what brought you in with us?
We'll keep most of it a mystery for now.
Sir.
I like it.
But yeah, I feel like I really did develop skills, setting up podcasts, being able to produce it, and kind of do a lot of the background work. So now I want to be able to help other people share their message, really, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Nice. I mean, you're definitely doing a great job. If you all could see this setup, it'd be y'all would be like, damn, he's killing it. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, we're fortunate to have this set up. Most people starting off, they start off a little studio.
Or in the crib.
True, on a couch. So hopefully we sound good. Hopefully you all think that. But I guess since you knew a little bit about like our business background, I guess, I mean, really, most of the podcast is just going to be us bullshitting, shooting it back and forth. And really, it's going to be giving everybody a chance to kind of get a peek into our lives and our conversations that we'd already be having, and instead of driving our girlfriends crazy with it or them listening to us over lunch. So I guess things that bring us enjoyment and what's going on in our lives. I mean, right now you got an NFL free agency going crazy. Unfortunately, Shawn's a Chargers fan.
I don't think that's unfortunate, but
you kind of want to break that down. Kind of how you feeling for this year?
I think this year is going to be a great year. I think we about to dominate. I feel like our team currently is going to be a team that gets slept on just because it's always slept on for that many, like the amount of time. And the amount of defense that they picked up on this offseason and the people that they're adding on to their roster, it's going to be ridiculous. So I'm just saying it now. Chargers might go to the Super Bowl this year.
Oh,
This
you heard
is
it
on
here
episode
first.
1. I'm just saying.
So we need to timestamp that, date it.
All I'm saying is they will go further than the Chiefs. If y'all don't know, he is a Chiefs fan, so he's a little upset because they just lost Tyreek Hill. So he just hit where it hurts. That's for sure. But yeah, Chiefs fan. My dad's from there, so grew up watching. A lot of history with that organization, being one of the original teams. With the American Football Federation. Is that what it was? American Football League. That's what it was before the NFL. Dude, but honestly, I think Chargers are the team to beat. So, I mean, they got Justin Herbert balling out last season. And it's like losing to the Raiders late there at the end of the year. And I think with just all the different changes, you guys got Khalil Mack? yeah, got Khalil Mack, bro. Our rushing defense is going to be stupid.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, not to mention, I feel like just the AFC West has been the hardest division of football for a while, and it's like we keep adding talent. So.
Oh, yeah. The whole AFC West is stacked now. I mean, the Raiders just got Devontae Adams. Broncos just got Russell Wilson. Chiefs just got Juju Smith-Schuster,
Yep.
whatever his name is. So, I mean, they're definitely a problem. I mean, compared to all the other divisions, I don't think there's that many superstars in, other than like the Rams division. Like that's like the only other division where it has like a gang of superstars in it.
Yeah, and typically when you do start to get that many people in a single division, it's like they're nearing the way out, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you have the Rams, like there's a lot of talented names there. But it's like how many more seasons? It's like the AFC West, like these
These
names are young.
Yeah,
like,
these are all young people, except for there's some old heads in there. But
Patrick Mahomes, he's on a 10-year contract. Russell Wilson, how long is his contract?
I don't know. I think it's only a 4-year or 5-year, maybe.
5 years. Justin Herbert, just got drafted.
Justin Herbert is a dog.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then you look at the Raiders, Derek Carr. I think he's in like the middle of his career. I wouldn't say he's on the way out.
Yeah, he's middle.
For
For
but
sure.
you got a Devontae Adams. How many years he been in?
He's only been in for a couple of years too.
Yeah. Juju
maybe like 5 years.
5 years, yeah. Juju going over there. I think he's been in the league 4 years. What?
I don't know, something like that.
And really, one of the first year he was like kind of behind Antonio Brown. Travis Kelce, he's been doing tight end for a long time, but
yeah.
I think the Super Bowl champion is coming from the AFC West.
Oh, for sure,
for sure
this year. This year it's definitely coming in from the AFC West. The only other competition is Tampa. Tampa's always a threat with Tom Brady coming back from the dead, so he's gonna be a problem for sure.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people are looking at Tom Brady as kind of like since we're talking about like all these free agency moves, that's kind of the example. Like, get a veteran quarterback, take less money, build around him, rather than doing things like we have with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. We've had to reorganize his contract a couple of times to free up cap space and money. And we couldn't pay Tyreek Hill.
Paying him crazy amounts. So,
not wrong.
It makes sense to where you got to free up some money because this man getting half the cap. So,
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Or you can go Aaron Rodgers route and just get paid out as well. Be an old head and get paid out. So, I don't know. It goes both ways, apparently.
Who are they with? State Farm?
State Farm.
You seen the memes where it's like, man, State Farm obviously ain't protecting you from losing your number one wide receiver.
That's terrible. And same with Deshaun Watson. getting that 230 guaranteed. All you gotta do is step on the field, and he's guaranteed 230 mil. All you gotta do is show up. You ain't even gotta play well. Don't even gotta throw a pass. My boy just gotta be there, and he can guarantee 230 million.
That's wild.
That's insane. That's like one. I feel like that's too much money to give someone guaranteed.
True.
For you not to like see expectations, like you don't know what he's bringing to the table just yet. So this man could come out here and just be trash, or the sexual assault, like. It's not a case, but
it's actually going to a second jury now. It got like appealed or something like that. Like
isn't it a civil? Like it's a civil settlement,
something like that. Yeah. So he'll play as long as he's good. The NFL's not getting involved.
I mean, anymore. You don't know this. It could go crazy.
You're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Later down the road, it could be my boy locked up.
Yeah,
R. Kelly.
It's like guarantee money.
Exactly. So now you just guarantee my boy 230, and that's a wrap.
Right on, man. Outside of that, what else going on in your life? I think off air you were talking about your car a little bit.
Oh, I just got a new intercooler for my car from ECS Tuning. Shout out ECS Tuning. Hopefully you get me on the sponsorship.
Already plugging.
All my stuff ECS tuned. So yeah, I got the intercooler. I'm about to put it in on Sunday. So
before we jump into that,
yeah. What's my baby?
What kind of car you got?
Ooh, I got an Audi S4. So yeah.
Nice. And then
B9 Audi S4, gorgeous.
Okay.
So much is done to it. I'll go on all day, so we'll be.
I was about to say, so since that's your baby, you said intercooler. I'm not a car junkie. I have a Dodge Charger, nice American muscle.
Yeah.
But most of that's stock, right? Yeah. So when you're talking about that intercooler, what's that do?
Intercooler. So that's like getting all that cool air from the boost. Well, it's getting all that hot air and like cooling it down from the boost, so it goes straight into the engine. So. I mean, it's meant for it to. Currently, my intercooler is like this big.
Okay.
This brand new one is huge. It's like 3 times the size of that.
Jeez. Is bigger better in this world?
Bigger and better. You feel me? So we're coming in hot and faster. So it's mainly so I can get my stage 1 tune. My stage 1 tune is going to add another like 100 pounds of torque and another like maybe 100 horsepower if I can push it right. I already have cool air intake on there. I already have an X pipe on there. Some other stuff that's on there, like more for like cosmetics, like rear diffuser, front spoiler, rear spoiler, grill, stuff like that.
Okay.
Cosmetics, rims, brakes. That's more. Sure. It's cosmetic and performance. So, but this one's gonna be strictly performance for the stage 2.
Okay. The stage 2 or stage 1?
I mean stage 1. My fault.
Okay.
Stage 2.
If he's wrong about any of that, hit us in the show notes. Comments.
I feel like I'm right.
No.
I feel like I'm right.
Right on. For sure.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
For
I know I'm going to put it in on Sunday, so hopefully it helps.
He just likes the noises it makes when he
I
drives
do,
past
honestly,
people.
bro. I love the noise. He knows. He was in the car with me. We were down in San Diego. Some dude stopped me and was like, damn. Look at your car. And I was like, this is the reason why I got this.
Sure.
And to go fast.
Yeah. So it's a little bit about things we enjoy. Obviously, both of us picked up the game of golf a couple years back.
I love golf. Love it and hate it.
Yeah, definitely love-hate relationship. Luckily enough, we're in San Diego where we get to play year-round. There's some great courses around here as well.
Literally.
What made you pick up golf?
You, honestly.
Hey, shout out to me. I didn't even know that.
I don't know why I blew this man's head up. But golf is a great way to network. I realized that later down into like later in my age that golf is a great way to network. One, I wouldn't have been out with so many GMs and like got to talk to so many GMs if I wasn't golfing. So, and also it's like a challenging sport. I didn't think it'd be that challenging.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't think there was that much, like you have to be so consistent in golf. Like everything you do has to be consistent. Like, if you're going to swing a certain way, your swing needs to be like that every time you play golf.
Yep.
Or like one tweak and it's gone.
Absolutely.
Like gone to the left, gone to the right. So it's a love-hate sport and it's super challenging and I definitely get very upset when I play. So unless I'm just twisted, then it makes me feel a little bit better.
Takes the pressure off a little bit.
Why'd you get into golf?
Honestly, same reasons. I've only been playing a little over 2 years, and I honestly don't trust anybody who says they're good at golf. you're a liar until you show me. Unless you're
Until
like,
you get out there.
yeah, until you show me, I don't trust you. But same thing. It's one of those sports that I really wish I had picked up earlier in life. Like, obviously, growing up, me and you both played football, and we can get into that a little bit later too, with your background more specifically. Rugby, basketball, and track. My high school actually had a golf team. A couple of the boys on my basketball team played on that golf team in high school, and we joked on it. We were like, I don't know why you mess around with that. The history teacher, which nobody liked, was the coach. But my dad, he played it all the time with his work buddies, and he'd go out and he tried to show me, and I didn't have the patience for that sport. Yeah. I played, as you heard, football, rugby, a little bit more contact games. But to your point, like there's match play golf, and then there's just like golf. Yeah. But it's such a sport that it comes down to your practice, your consistency, your repetition, and really just understanding your game, and then also realizing your expectations. Because to your point, like getting mad, like when I play really bad, it's because I had a bad shot, I got mad, and it was followed by a stupid shot. Mm-hmm. But I absolutely love the game of golf. Great networking tool. I've met a lot of people on the course and built better relationships on it. So whether it's, somebody in real estate, and just if met some random, or like I'm going out with my guys, it gives us a chance to de-stress, talk about work in a different environment, and really just have fun.
Yeah. I mean, golf is golf. Like, it can either be good or it can be bad.
DJ Khaled, let's go golfing.
Let's go golfing.
Oh my God. You see he's like sponsored by Cobra?
Is he really?
Bro, that was a sponsored
no
photo I sent you.
No way, bro. I swear. This man don't know what. This man got to say one thing and he's sponsored by it now.
Yeah, that's
Let him say trash. Celsius in one of his videos. Next thing you know, Celsius sending him fucking 8 packs of Celsius. Hey, he's sponsored now. That's crazy. I can't wait until I'm rich. I'm about to just be sponsored by everybody.
Sending you things,
bro. Sponsored by golf. I guarantee DJ Khaled probably golfs maybe like once in a while.
I've never seen it. Oh, I'm sorry.
I saw him golf one time.
I've seen him with clubs,
and it was the "Let's Go Golfing" video. I ain't never seen my man even touch a golf ball. For matter of fact, in like any of his videos. So the fact that he's sponsored by Cobra, what y'all doing?
Yeah,
sponsor a real like give me a sponsorship.
Maybe fact check that, but that's crazy. I definitely saw in the video on his Instagram post it was sponsored and it was a Cobra golf commercial.
And off of his swing in that, bro, that shit went so far left.
Hey, but
put me in. Cobra, what are you doing? Put me in the sponsorship. At least I'm gonna hit under 100 some days. Not all days, but some days.
Shoot. But yeah, no, it's a great game. Luckily enough, we play it year round. What else? Anything else going on?
No, I mean that's about it. Well, we were supposed to travel. I mean, traveling was on the list. Obviously, can't travel anymore because of business reasons. But
you're not going to Greece anymore?
No, I'm not.
No shot.
Just because, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to take a week away from brand new clubs.
No, don't worry.
Yeah,
I get it.
So I'm a little upset.
Hey.
I'm not going to Greece, but traveling is in the future, so definitely want to go to Japan. Japan is on the list. Greece can go back on the back burner, but
I guess
Japan was the number one.
Where have you been so far? You mentioned that a little in your intro. You've traveled a lot, whether it be work related, military related, or personal related.
Yeah, so I actually lived 2 years in Japan, and it was. At the time, I felt like I hated it. Like, I was like, yo, I hate Japan. That's only because I was an ignorant Marine, and, like, I just wanted to get just rowdy and, like, do Marine stuff and just drink all day and, like, stuff like that. So I didn't get to take the time to actually enjoy Japan until, like, I left it, where I was like, damn, like, I actually love Japan. Japan is so dope. The food is great. The views are great. The people are super nice. The culture is awesome. So it's like, everything in Japan is literally like, I honestly, if I could live there, I would live there. Honestly,
is it expensive there like it is here?
No, it's not crazy. It just depends. Like, it's like realistically relatable.
So I guess
if the yen, like the yen is sometimes it's a lot more than the dollar. Mm-hmm. So like, it depends. Like if you pay for like stuff in yen, like you'll probably get more money, more of your money's worth. If you pay for it in the dollar, then you're kind of like shit out of luck because
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay. I guess most of us, like Western civilization or America, like when you say Japan, instantly Tokyo, right? Like that's all we think of.
No, I was in Okinawa. It's like a small island down south from like the mainland. Super nice. Super nice. They actually don't like consider themselves like Japanese. It's kind of weird. Like they consider themselves Okinawan. Like, so I think it's just one of Japan's territories. So it's not really like their own. Like, but they speak Japanese too. So it's like, and like everything is Japanese down there. So I don't know like how to relate that to. So
I guess
I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean,
what's a good relatable like? I guess like
is Guam a country?
Yeah, but it's like if like Chinese, like they have like Chinese speak Mandarin, and then there's like, did I do that wrong? Chinese speak Mandarin, right? And then they also speak Chinese too.
I thought they spoke Chinese.
Well, okay, maybe I'm like thinking
might
of
all
that.
be ignorant. I don't know.
I think I'm thinking of that as a thing. Like, oh yeah, there's like Chinese, and then there's like Mandarin, and like they speak Mandarin, and then there's the Chinese, but they're like, oh yeah, you're also Chinese, and you're like, fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, anyways, but yeah, so Okinawa is like a smaller.
Have you spent time on the mainland Japan
Yeah, I went to Tokyo once.
with the military or without?
It was like on leave, like so I was just there for a little bit, and then I mean, I was there for the military, but I was also like hanging out.
Okay.
And then I went to a smaller. What's up?
Mandarin is the official state language for China.
Okay,
Mandarin?
so it is. So it is
There you go.
Chinese. Okay.
See, that's so useful right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then I
Thanks,
was right.
Jesse.
So yeah, I was over there, and then, yeah, I mean, other than that, I went to some like bum places like Kuwait and Bahrain, stuff like that.
Called entire countries.
Damn,
bum.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. They're nice places. Like there's a nice,
Insulted an entire
there's a nice
culture.
resort in Kuwait. I mean, in Bahrain actually. So like on the other side, it's like right on the Red Sea.
Can't
That's
go
where
back now.
Bahrain
It's
is.
okay.
So,
No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Just cut it out.
No, that stays in.
What's a thing that you could do over there that you'd never be able to do over here? Like
In Japan? They got this like weird thing that I tried right when I got there, and it was like a bath of like you put your feet in this bath, and then they have like these little like fish that suck off all the dead skin cells. It's actually pretty like relaxing. It's like a little like massager on your feet, and it's kind of weird. So that's one of the things. McDonald's is heat over there. Again, they don't have to like. Japan has that law where it's like their meat has to be at least like 90% like actual meat. It can't be preservatives. So everything tastes like way fresher over there. So it's like their McDonald's is actually pretty fire. They have like this shrimp burger sandwich, so gas. But the rest of the food is delicious too. So I'd say what was the question?
Just things you could do.
Oh, things I could do over there
that aren't usually here.
There's a lot of stuff there. I feel like they always got something going on over there. Like there's always something you can do in Japan. Like whether it's going to the beach, getting good food, swimming in the ocean.
Are there beaches like dope out there? Like here in California?
No.
Better
than California. What are you
God.
talking about? First of all, the beaches in Japan, like the water is literally see-through. Like you can see like everything in that shit. So I remember one time I was swimming, and you're not supposed to swim outside the little area for a reason. Like they put that up for a reason. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm swimming outside the area. So I'm swimming outside the area, and I'm like looking to my peripheral, and I'm like, what is that? It's like I thought it was a piece of trash like floating by me, and I'm like,
Jellyfish?
bro, fucking jellyfish. And I go to like swipe it, and I'm like, oh, it's a fucking jellyfish. So I like instantly swim out of there and go to like the other side, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that. I thought it was some trash, like a bag of trash. I was like, oh yeah, fucking bag of trash. Get that away from me. And it's I'm like, oh hell no. So I get up out of there quick. Beaches are crazy. Love the beaches over there.
See, I got hyped one time because growing up, there was a lot of Australian exchange students from where I was at, and they would go in on calling our beaches trash. They're dirty.
They're not wrong.
Obviously, I've been in San Diego most of my life, so I'm like, what are you talking about? People vacation here year round to come see our beaches.
Those people are from Missouri.
You're not wrong. But then hearing that growing up, and then seeing photos from around the world and just like, wow, okay, there's some beautiful places. I don't know why we romanticize California so much and why it's so expensive.
Honestly, I don't know why we romanticize California so much. I mean, I do and I don't. I understand. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot that I love about California. Like, but like, this isn't a place where I'm like, damn, it's got to be on the list to come visit. Like, if I'm from like a different country, well, I mean, I guess because it's a different country, but there's nothing like crazy that you're gonna see here. Like, if you're comparing beaches, like the beaches, like probably where they're from are way better. There's a spot up in the top part of like Okinawa where you can kind of see where the Pacific Ocean and the Japanese Sea connect, and it's like two different colors of ocean and they like clash together. It's actually super dope.
Oh,
so it's like one lighter blue and then like a real darker blue, and then they just connect and like mush together. And like there's a giant current that like goes through there. It's super nice. And they had, well, for the longest, they had one of the largest aquariums in the world. I think Australia topped them now. I think that might be the number one largest aquarium now. But this aquarium was fucking huge. Like, they had motherfucking like whales inside. Like, this shit was big.
A whale?
A small one. Small one.
We'll fact check that.
It's a big. I got pictures, bro. You ain't got to fact check. It's a fact. But nah, they got. It's a giant aquarium. They got their like sea turtle like little landing. It's actually pretty dope. There's a lot of stuff to do out there, like the cherry blossom trees that change. So much stuff. They had right when I got there, they had like pig fights or like bull fights. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
Make any money?
Did I make any money? Of course I did.
Okay.
Yeah. It's super nice over there though. It's like, but they got vending machines like on the street. I've never seen that. That's super cool. Like, you go get a hot coffee out of a vending machine. It's pretty wild.
That's wild.
Like in a can.
In a can? How's it hot in a can?
Bro, it blows my mind. Like,
First light.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's hot in a can.
They microwave this
Bro,
can.
I don't know. But that shit comes out hot, and it's not even like warm. Like, not warm. It's hot. It's hot coffee in a can.
I don't trust that.
It's fire though. They got a couple different ones. Like, they got a black one. Like, it's just pure black coffee. They got like an espresso one that's like, it's like a mix between, or you can get like a kind of like a vanilla latte type of coffee. But they're in like cans. They're maybe like the size of a Celsius can, but a little bit smaller. And yeah, you just go put the yen in the machine, and then it's like red for hot stuff and then blue for like cold drinks. So like you could pick. They got like a fire drink called CC Lemon out there. That's like I don't know, like a lemonade. Oh, it's delicious, but I don't know. It's like a sparkling lemonade.
Okay.
So yeah, it's in the machine.
How does it stay hot?
Bro, I don't
Are they
know.
warming that up in the vending machines?
I don't
or
know. That's I don't know.
They just figured it out.
That's what I'm saying. They cracked the code.
There's probably a simple solution. We sound so
Oh, yeah.
retarded.
There's probably a simple solution. But
we ain't got no hot vending machine right now.
Exactly.
I mean,
they got vending machines over there, and just pop out hot coffee if you ever want one, just on the block.
Oh my god,
it's super nice.
Like when our corporate office, they have like the latte machines like that. Yeah, hyped when I see stuff like that.
Exactly. No, when I seen a hot coffee coming out of the vending machine, first of all, I hit hot, so I didn't think it was gonna come out hot. This shit came out hot. I was like, God damn, that is crazy. So, like I said, they got some stuff like that over there where you're like, wow, like that's actually pretty awesome. They had Mario Kart over there. Like, you actually.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah. That's dope.
I want to do that. I haven't done that, so. There's a lot of stuff to do over there. Like I said,
sounds like Shawn's moving back to Japan.
Honestly, bro, I love Japan, bro. All right, there's no downsides about it. If I could speak Japanese, like, I'd probably move back to Japan.
Shoot, like, there's not an episode 2. Shawn's gone. No.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm not here. I'm in Japan.
It's comedy. As far as like, I know you just went to a new club, bigger club, promotion. So congrats on that. Outside of that, any other big goals you got going on this year?
So finish my business degree here pretty soon. That's a bigger goal that should be getting wrapped up here. No, yeah, I mean, what about yourself?
Shoot, me? Not that much, honestly. Trying to figure out, a couple of different investment strategies when it comes to, possibly real estate, stuff like that, whether it's, live-in, house hack type stuff, or if it's different units outside the state, but we'll definitely have some topics on that later. Right now, I think just trying to enjoy the moment. Getting back into my workout routines. Obviously, COVID, 2 years, off and on. Gyms closed, I think, for a total out here in SoCal. For indoors, 7 months, but there was even like a 3-month stint where we were out in tent. So if you want to be like correct, like indoor gyms were closed for a total of 10 months. So that threw me off my routine for sure. So just trying to get back into the swing of things. Other than that, that's really it.
All right. You got any plans of traveling? We're talking about traveling.
Yeah, actually, got a little, nothing crazy. I always do a mammoth trip once a year. Obviously, that's in December, but I know I've got a couple of things up in June. I'll be in San Luis Obispo. I'm trying to hit Austin, Texas between now and May.
Austin.
Oh yeah, you've been there. You said it was like a second San Diego.
Low key, it's like a small San Diego.
Sure.
The city is.
The city, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you get out of the city, it's Texas.
What's that mean?
Texas.
But so definitely hit up Austin. I'll be in San Luis Obispo out in June. I had something else mapped out, but I can't remember what it was.
You're doing a lot of traveling.
Just a little bit.
So I mean, if you could
I ain't going to Greece. No.
I mean, neither am I. So I guess if you could pick like your top 5 places to travel that you would want to travel, like where would you want to go? I'll give you 3. How about 3?
Top 3? I was like, that's a lot easier.
Yeah. 5 is hard. I'll give you top 3.
Top 3, I mean, for different reasons, right? Like, I want to go see Texas because, like, half the world, I feel like.
That's where you want to go?
No, but I'm taking that off. I was like, that's for different reasons.
Okay.
If it's just,
I was
like,
about to say Texas?
The places I want to, like, travel to, I got to go to Bali. Bali looks wild. I mean, not Bali. I'm sorry. Yeah,
No,
Bali. I was thinking Dubai.
right.
I was maybe thinking Dubai, but no, Bali. I want to go to
too, though.
but it's so pricey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a millionaire in Bali for a weekend.
Honestly.
So Bali's up there. I heard great things about Greece. My dad was out there late last year for like 2 weeks, and he loved it. Yeah, he had like little like the private cruise. There's like 30 of them, but it's like on this like yacht ship. But so Greece definitely looks wavy. Bali looks wavy. Outside of that, my number 3.
Third one. Damn,
I definitely, I think I might throw Japan. For different reasons. Obviously, I love sushi. I've heard really great things about the culture. Super clean, and I heard they've had they have a rural parts of Japan that's like super country, and then there's other parts like Tokyo that's super modernized. Great cars, great culture, great. Cinema world. So
yeah,
but,
yeah. I mean,
how about you?
It's pretty close. I mean, they're damn near the same. I feel like I can't say Japan just because I've already been to Japan, but I really want to go back. I really.
Dang. So if like somebody was like, "Hey, I'll pay for a flight to go anywhere,"
tomorrow.
Like that you might go there.
Okay, so if someone was like, "Hey, I'm paying for your flight tomorrow," and like, where do you want to go? Damn. Like I would honestly like Japan would be up there. Like I love Japan. I love the food. I love the culture. I love everything about Japan. It's so dope. I'd say so. Bali for sure. Bali is like on my top list. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Every time I see pictures of Bali, I'm like, Jesus, this is beautiful. And you can live it like a king out there for cheap. So I say number 2 is. It would have to be Egypt is on my list too.
That's sick.
Just because there's so much history in Egypt, and I really am super deep into obviously like I'm fully tatted in Egyptian shit. So
for those listening, not watching.
Yeah, I'm fully tatted in like my whole sleeve is literally Egyptian pharaohs and gods and stuff. So like. I would love to go to Egypt. So Egypt is definitely on my top just because of all of the history out there and going to Cairo. Like I would love to go see the city of Cairo. So
that's dope. Yeah, because it's such old documented history. That's another thing too. It's like well documented and well preserved.
Exactly. So like that's the only thing that gets me tied into Egypt because there's so much to back it up. Mm-hmm. Like they have legitimate like history and documentation for it. So I'm like, you can't say no to that when there's literally hieroglyphics on the wall. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yeah, like you can say no about like some like Greek mythology, like, oh, like Zeus, like, is that for real? Like, I don't know. But when you see the motherfucker,
the answer's no.
Yeah, and when you see paintings on the wall of Anubis, you're like, damn, that nigga might have been real. So I think that shit's pretty dope. So definitely Egypt is up there, and then I think the last one would probably, I don't know. I'm like balanced between. I really want to go to like Tulum in Mexico.
Okay.
Or like Cancun, especially after seeing Matt Ryan's like.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was so beautiful. So after seeing that, like that, put it on one of the tops. But either that one or either Tulum, or I would have to say like, I don't know.
So you're thinking more like beachy, tropical, South America for that third one.
For my top three, yeah. If like that one's more like tropical, like South America. Like if I'm gonna go, number one is Bali. I'm going like East Asia, and then Egypt, Africa, and then like a tropical vibe, and
I like that.
would be like
That's spread out too.
Yeah, exactly. So I get
all different.
Yeah, exactly. So I get a little taste of everything, different cultures, and a little bit of everywhere. So
well, I think we got a pretty good idea of kind of who we are as like people, I guess. Maybe a little bit of our personalities, a little bit of our kind of what we like. Or, I mean, you guys are definitely going to learn more about us as we go. But since we're kind of bulk of our experiences in the fitness industry, kind of what's your fitness background? Like, what got you in actually working out outside of like the fitness industry, not the business aspect?
Yeah.
What got you into it? What do you like about it now? What's your strategy or what's your mindset when you approach fitness?
Yeah, I mean, so when I first got into fitness was when I was younger. My pops was like super big into the gym, and he was a buff dude. So I was like, oh damn, like this was. He did martial arts. He's like a 2nd degree black belt, and like I think it's Brazilian jiu-jitsu and karate. So it's like he's always been doing tournaments for that type of stuff. So he's always been in that fitness environment. So, but I mean, I didn't really like vibe well with that when I was like first growing up. I did like martial arts a lot. And then I started playing sports. I started playing football, and then that's when I got into military. And then I started lifting when I got into military. One, because one of my staff sergeants, he like hoed me. Like I remember like this to this day. Like I was standing by the door, and he like pushed me to the side and like. He said, "Move, little nigga," and like pushed me to the side, and I was like, "Hey, bro," he threw me. Like I was like, "Bro, there's no way another grown man just threw me like that."
Disrespect.
So low key, like after that day, I was like, "Nah, I'm hitting the gym for real, for real." So
little for again, if you're listening, not watching, Shawn now is you 6'2"?
I'm 6 foot.
So really?
Yeah, I'm only.
Oh,
6
okay.
Foot. It's the hair, honestly.
so Shawn's 6 foot,
I'm like 225, 230 range.
225. Big dude. It ain't someone one arm pushing around.
Bro,
so.
yeah. At the time, I was maybe like, I was 6 foot, maybe like 180 pounds. So that's like, no, I was probably like 170. So 170? I just got out of boot camp.
So 50-pound difference.
Yeah.
Of mostly muscle.
Yeah, for sure. And this fool just threw me. And this was like, he was a 6'2", 230 black dude too. And I was like, now we probably like look the same. And he definitely wasn't throwing me now. But at the time, this fool threw me up against the wall. And I was like, damn, like I got to start hitting the gym. So started hitting the gym super hard. Like I was doing 2-a-days. I was eating literally like every chance I got. And I think that first year I put on like almost like 15 to 20 pounds of like muscle, like so quick. And it was just like my body was not ready for all that. So yeah, I just started lifting super hard with T. He was my boy that I was lifting with out in Japan. Like we literally had nothing else to do but just lift, because like right when we first got there, we were on lockdown. So like we couldn't go anywhere off base. We could only stay on base. And if we went off base, like if we like checked out, we had to be checked out with like a friend. So
little buddy system.
Exactly. Because we were just some menaces over there. So they had to like lock us down.
Just a problem.
Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, I started getting into that, and then I started playing football for the Marine Corps. I played strong safety, and then was on the all Marine team for strong safety, and that was super dope. And then started working out, and then that's when I just started getting into. At the time I was doing all that bro science and like bro lifting, like being a little asshole, like just lifting as much as I could, and now I'm fucked up from it. So like, yeah, I got shoulder pain, I got knee pain, like I got back pain. So don't lift like a dickhead. So now I like do a lot of functional stuff and like a lot of like high reps, low weight. A lot of like stability and like core stability exercises just to like, well, not core stability, but stabilizer exercises just to like feel how my body's moving and understand like where like my limitations are and where to stop. So I rarely lift too heavy. If I do, it's because I'm like working out with the homie and it's like, all right, let's just get a quick pump in.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like I do like a lot of like time under tension, stuff like that. So just to really get the most out of my workout and not really just chase the pump anymore. So, but yeah, I really want to get into calisthenics, but I'm just too lazy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, working out, it's called working out. So sometimes you just got to do what you enjoy to get it
Exactly.
done. For sure. Yeah, a little different story for me. It was, I was never, like, I feel like super small. I felt like I was like a decent weight coming up. And after high school, stopped playing sports. Kept eating like I was playing sports, but I wasn't moving enough no more. So it's like a lot of people call it like that freshman, like 15 in college. And I felt like that was like a real thing. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, no, I'm not happy with this. Started hitting the gym again. Really lost, I think, like 25 pounds, like when I was like 18, 19. And then I think at one point I got down like 10% body fat. That's the lowest I ever went. I never competed or anything. Yeah. And then from that point, I wasn't happy with how lean I was at that stage. I was like, I don't, that's when I felt small, I guess. And I was like, all right, we got to move some weight. So started working more on like strength training, more going back to my roots with the, strength and conditioning, your compound lifts, bench, squat, deadlift, overhead press. And then I was having the most fun with that. My numbers were probably the best there. And then that's when that injury occurred. And I think that total, the ACL tear, and that totally just shifted my entire mindset about everything. It's not the most important thing isn't about how quickly can I get from point A to B in a linear plane or, my 40-yard dash, my bench press, my big three numbers. It's like now it's more about freedom of movement. Like, can I get up and move pain-free? Am I like, it's raining? Is my knee going to hurt me today? Like, no. While still now I'm starting to shift gears now that I've started to really feel good in those multiple planes of motion, like transitioning. I could play basketball and go, pretty freely even with those injuries. So now I'm starting to get back into the aesthetic kind of mindset. Like, all right, now that I feel good, let's get back to looking good. And the cool thing though is like, a lot of times if you feel good, you have a good foundation, it's a little easier to get to your goals. So I'm excited to where I'm going to go. So, but that's kind of like my mindset around fitness.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good mindset. A lot of people, especially once you get into the fitness industry, there's so much like, it's so over like stimulated and over saturated.
Yeah.
Like
all this info.
Yeah. There's so much stuff in there and it's like a lot of it is bullshit and a lot of it is like, you can't filter like the good and bad info that you're getting. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's good to like know exactly like kind of how your body moves and like what ways like your body should be moving. Mm-hmm. Especially now that there's fucking bunch of steroids out there. A lot of people don't realize like how many people are on steroids and how many people are doing different types of shit where like as soon as I got into the fitness industry, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna compete. And then I started like noticing like, oh yeah, competitors. I'm like, damn, all right, Jesse, bro, relax, bro. Everyone is on gear. And I'm like, God damn, like everyone, like that's why, like that's kind of like what got me away from competing. Cause like I really didn't want to run like some crazy shit to get like that lean and like that like competitive and like just to lose. Like if I'm not running it, like what's the point of me going all natural if I know I'm gonna fucking lose to a dude that's fucking 250 at 6% body fat.
Just loaded up.
Loaded, bro. And I'm like, no, there's no way.
Yeah. So. No, and it's literally, and that's in an industry where aesthetics is the most important thing. How much lean muscle mass do you have on your body? Yeah. Like, when we say everyone's doing them, like, look at the Winter Olympics. Like, how many athletes got suspended in sports like skiing and, all that, and they're running it. So forget, like, if people are doing it in that industry, they're doing it everywhere.
Oh, they're doing it everywhere for sure. I mean, it's definitely everywhere, and it's easy. Like, it's easy to get now. Like, you can order that shit online now. Like,
yeah, you can order online or sit in your locker room at your local gym long enough, and you'll find something.
Wait for your homie to come by and get it for you. So, I mean, it's definitely an industry where you got to be like aware of like what you're getting like roped into and like what you're gonna like actually listen to.
Yeah, for sure. And luckily, I think I've had a lot of people in my life who've kind of pointed in the right direction. Obviously, being in the industry, we get to meet people and kind of figure out through trial and error, plus being pointed in the right direction of what's real, what's fake, what's going to work, what's not, what's BS, what's sustainable. So I think that's like a little bit of what we'll trickle in here. It's just a little bit of like a realism, whether, you know, do we think this about gear? Do we think you can get to your goals here? Do you think it's even like the new fad diets from time to time? But that's not going to be all of what this podcast is about. But definitely, if you guys have questions, we're here for it. That's what we've been doing for between the two of us. Like, that's almost like 2 decades of knowledge now.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely been a while. So, I mean, obviously we bring a lot to the table from like your average Joe. Like,
But I'm still your average Joe.
yeah, I mean, I'm above average. but
Oh, bro, that reminded me. Karen, my girlfriend, was hitting me with she's like, you're not that tall, and I was like, what you mean? And she was like, well, what are you, like 5'10", 5'11"? I was like, I'm 5'11". She's like, yeah, it's like average. I had to look it up real quick. I was like, average is 5'8".
Yeah,
I'm 3 inches above.
I'm above average, and I'm 5'11".
Yeah, put some respect on it.
I know you pushed that 5'11".
She was like 5'10" and 3/4.
Damn.
But outside of that, I mean, got anything else you want to wrap up with today?
No, I mean, I guess just stay tuned. It's not always going to be just a sporadic, off-the-wall talk.
All over the place.
All over the place. We'll actually get more in depth and deep dive into actual like subjects that we actually want to talk about. If we're going to like specifically talk about gear and like the gym atmosphere and like should you run it or like stuff like that, like then we'll actually deep dive into that. And then also we'll deep dive into travel. Like it'll be episode about just traveling and like your best way to travel, how to spend money correctly while traveling, how to budget while traveling, like stuff like that, like just from experience. So don't take this first episode as in like, damn, these fools just come out here and just randomly
everything
start spitting.
Nah, we just wanted to give you guys an idea of who we were. We'll be talking about leadership styles. We'll be talking about sales tactics, you know, how to prep for an interview, what to look for in a good trainer. We'll talk literally about everything, one episode at a time, and we'd love it if you guys hang out with us while we do it. Outside of that, appreciate you guys for joining. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We will be on every major thing. So if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcast,
y'all better
YouTube.
like and subscribe. If you know me, you better like and subscribe.
Yeah.
If not, don't unfollow me, bro.
just get going.
Don't holler at me.
But
You really not a real one. So you better like and subscribe.
outside of that, we appreciate y'all.